Blessed, blessed. Yes, sir, forward, forward. Blessed. Yes. We're live in the bus of Biafra 97.5. Blessed. Onyendu, blessed in Joko. You see, yes, sir. I salute you. I salute you. I salute you. I salute you. I salute you once again. Biafran positive. We're winning. We'll get it right. That Nigerian terrorist country are not giving up to the truth any Shadian law in their constitutions. Their failure, they proven Biafran right. The reason why to be amalgamated, and the reason why we are one to be one Nigeria, and the reason why that both Hausa, Fulami, Yoruba are never agree we are one to be force us to be one. And today there's no more democracy. It's a Shadian law, and Trump and the American and democracy are asking Nigeria to the truth any amalgamated or any frauding in democracy, allowing any Shadian law should be the truth. They cannot. And we activated it that the international world knows the proposing to force to be one, and the Fulami and Nigerian terrorist government are refused that they don't want to be one, to be a democracy. They want to be Islamist Shadian law that be their own country, which is not the reason why the world is supporting a Nigeria. There's no need to supporting a Nigeria when the Nigerian has betrayed the international world to refuse to not be democracy, refuse to people to not drinking, refuse people cannot live in their life, and commanding people to convert to Islamists, and commanding people to not selling their willing of their country. Some places in that country, terrorists, and northern places, there's nothing democracy have been provide. Why there's still one country, gradually to take over cannot happen. Those are into it, don't understand it. I salute you once again. We are going into global, domestic, fascinated, international approach. A challenging in the world today is issue of immigrant refugees. Every country has been being overheated and overwhelming, and every country has been collapsing in concerning mismanagement and overhandling management in Kanu managementable, which is sympathizing in the constitution has been being implemented approach of being maltreatment and created evil to be rescue your country because of overwhelming of refugees. Should be recognizing to understanding Biafran is open door to neutralizing and created a new chapter and a new channel to sustaining and sustaining that people can be truth to go back to their home. I am number one. My hand is clean. I need a Biafran. I don't need anything to help Western people to be able to be free. And every collegiable and wiseness people and any constitution should not ignore the fact at the beginning. At the beginning, to sustain you, not to you to come and born and live here with children and claim the right with the system and this. This is negative from the originality it come. Yeah, rules, original rules of the way it come should not be forgotten. Your rules should be not forgotten. They call it root. Your rules should be not forgotten. It doesn't matter. The passport was being surviving nationality. Originality, your root should be ROOST. Should be understanding, unforgettable. To understanding my approach. The Western government should understand these challenges, passport obtaining and challenges of recognizing, and the challenges of undermining, and the challenges and forcing, and the challenges to dealing with the dictatorships and the created disasters, a challenges to being oil, gas expensive, European expensive, but African are not accountability, and African can be disability in Europe should be corrected. Biafran has been calling opportunity of the window opportunity that Sierra Leone will go home, Sudan will go home, every country in Africa will go home. They need to be go home. Their home need to be go, not to go home as an Islamist or Christian, as a human being. Go and clean up all these religions out of your home and be live to be able to compete in the earth, in the world, in this universal, to multiply, to implement it into multiplicating and the multiplications in things in life to be in place. What did you implemented? Nothing. It's a message, Biafran critical call to the world. Freedom of Mazi and Simon Ekpa, and freedom of Church Ayaba and Ayuk, and freedom of Abazonia, and the Biafrans, and the freedom of every ethnic in that dungeon zone, Nigeria. I salute you, I salute you. Have someone courage to listen to our voice should be right, have been right and lead out, and our current voice, and listen to our music to conduct and connected to make a sense. Share the message is your obligations, read it is obligation, watch it is obligation, transition is obligation, and learn something is obligation in a common neutral senses. Europe are not your kingdom. Your substance and the originality is your kingdom. I salute you, I salute you, I salute you, I salute you. Blessed in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama. I am. You say, talk about something, understanding. Yes, sir, We're live in the voice of Biafran, 97.5. Blessed, Njoko. Blessed, Onyendu. We're live in the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We're live in the voice of Biafra 97.5. Original, blessed. We are beginning. Mbe bukwa mmadụ kuchunde. Hashtag British Parliament. Stop fooling. Illegitimate Southeast in the Zoo Nigerian terrorist government. Stop misleading them to be using force under their own masses, being agitated to be free. They are not be under Nigeria under Islamist law. Can never happen. They choose to be on their own under democracy, religion free. Thank you. Attention, the world. Biafran government in exile have been calling European government to really correct themselves. There is no more joke. Democracy or Islamists show them understanding the pressing out
report by President Trump has been clear, understanding the consensus of the American within Europe has when the protocol has been being created, United Nations today, and the created global, stable, as the Kremlin, European articulated, called democracy and right to deployted and negotiated to validate one another has been pressing as it is today. European should be recorrected themselves to understanding transition and equal and corrective of the Constitution should be applicated unconditionally. Americans have been saving Europeans during the Second World War by breeding by the British. They forced the concessions after independence by George Washington have been defeated the European. And the American created the American system, being that every state are creating by themselves, they are trading by themselves, selling by themselves, and working by themselves, don't need any word. Before Second World War, European cry like a baby, then garden sheet, clean it up. Today, Europeans have been allowing the Iranian regime occupying AC 1975, Biafrans and blackmail American, European allowing Sudan 1983, a blackmail American, are blackmailing all the whole Africans to be fictitious, to be able to maneuver, to wipe the indigenous away. We are calling to European to reconciling the understanding after Iran. We are going to Turkey, directing to Nigeria, and we are informing European today there is no more Aspara, there is no more Gaza of any Hamas. In the future, people will live a normal life and right to live normal life. And changing fake names, identities has been under European British to be implemented upon people. And today they are suffering it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are watching on the clock forward for freedom of Samerebe and freedom of Mazi, and we are taxing clock to be tasked, because Biafra must be exist to the British and the Finland to look ahead of today, to understanding this language of the Trump and understanding the Biafran standard, to be recognizing we are saving European has been jeopardizing their policy by the policy of the passport and for their cabinet by obtaining indigenous without originality. And indigenous have been implemented, legitimate, illegitimate, being under down European constitution, affected African have been moreover all the country by Islamists, no more democracy, and the Christianities are wiping away. And they are still interested of their oil and the gas. Should be understanding the warning of the Biafran, where human beings should that Europeans should be understanding that we are tired for the refugee seeking, we are tired for the privations, we are tired to not be in our home, we are tired that what makes you different and why we cannot be free, why we can take order for you, why you can force us to be another country, what is behind the sea, and that country force us to be, did our country stand out like your own country, why would we run away from country, why should it come into you to help us, and they still force us to be that country. What is also missing about all the Christianity? Christianity has betrayed the entire black people. Islamists have been fooling the entire black people and misleading the whole world. And Christianity has over. And Islamists cannot be over. Let the world to be more transparent. Biafran beginning, Biafran will end it. I thank you all, very transparent and warning and advance to respect yourself. Every word reader is personal. Thank you all.
We are live in the voice of Biafra 97.5. Woto Woto is the code. We are going to our current voice to be hearing first time and read it out the first time. We are beginning in a positive manner. Understanding, positive understanding, you know.
Their effort, scatter, British effort, British young children, British government, British young government, British considering to continue under the failure and the blackmailing under the failure has been implemented official to misleading every vulnerable human being in the Western world and misleading all the Europeans because their eyes open, all the Europeans, about Africa. Eyes open, all the Europeans, about African to be slaving, stealing to America. Eyes open to creating damages in the Western world, to create overwhelming of immigrants. Eyes open to make sure white African way to make sure the British sustaining to be controlling the mineral resources of the nation. Eyes open that the Queen of England has died not appreciated or thanked Biafran and is alive and they prove Biafrans and throw in the food, throw in the bread to the Biafran as hunger people, to thank us, to show them British Queen and Netherlands Queen and the European Queen and the kings during the Second World War. They thank you to create the genocide. Thank you to make sure that independent and magneted works. Thank you to make sure that every sensible people called Igbo people, whether you're middle belt, whether you're not Satan, Kanu, or whatever, that cannot succeed implemented before amalgamated has been to blockade by construction and the construction to skipping family to the family in hard condition, implemented of the created railway and instructions, transits, and blockading communication, road, railway, train, tram, in the connection between Igbo versus Igbo, Middle Belt, has been blockaded to create the movement, to blockade the movement to the Middle Belt to see themselves they are not Igbo. The same has been happening in Igbo to create the system that before amalgamated and after amalgamated, by advancing to colleging, then period by Ife, by Oba or Benin Kingdom, denying Benin Kingdom representing the whole Igbos, denying the Kingdom Ife represented the whole Biafrans. Today, The British implementation has been showing up that what is behind the killing of Igbo people, what is behind blackmailing of Igbo people, what is behind Western government, Western country, Western masses are blackmailing and naive about Igbo people. British has made it unclear, to be clear, that their mission to be sure that the whole Africa turned to Islamists. British had to make it sure that all the African or black hair people will be circumstantial human beings by implementing. Today, British are jubilated and happy that their own son, by the Western Constitution, adopted nationality, Mazi Kanu, is British citizen, and is in the prison in Nigeria unlawfully and kidnapping. And the British are willing to be able to ignore the fact that this guy was original, where their interests, their prime minister were jubilated, they have a good contract, they want to mock enslaving Igbo people, because I speak something that the mineral resources will be to the people, the government now deny, like they not invite Fulami. Fulami was there in the British government to make it undercover. Because I said they deny it. The British deny their citizen being kidnapping and negotiating with Nigeria and looking good for the British, but their own son has been in the prison. In that place, they're looking for the good. And those citizens of the people in that place, they're looking for the good, was being shocked. Electric shock, high tension, naked way, have implemented those people they call Southeast governors, has been not understanding what I'm saying, happiness of the British, opportunity. When America has been closing that opportunity, America going to take over the Biafran and work with the Biafran and support the Biafran. So all this ideology, the Southeast governors to come to London, and this is negative. And this blackmailing that the British supporting Fulami, supporting clerical Islamists in Africa to kill the indigenous and destroy democracy. British is not concerning. Nigeria should not have Islamists or Sharia law or have any state. British don't care. The Prime Minister proved it. Trump said the truth. You people are stupid. I'm going to take over South America and Africa and give them life. And that is true. We are clear on the message and the understanding on this message. There's nothing to be hidden. There's nothing to manipulate it. We're standing to informing every Biafran, understanding our approach and Nnamdi concern for your own life. Biafran government concerned and implemented and applicated by Biafran Charter, championed then by Samuel Ebube, and today championed by Mazi, have been neutralizing quantum system, basic system, practical and theory system, and environmental, documented, and reconstructions, and champion to be diplomated to make every sewage systems underground pipeline, to make sure insurancing and make sure that
Biafra
every
I got the first place.
force
Ndị Igbo na-egbu ndị Igbo ibe ha. Jụna Mazi na-aga na-agapụta.
is in the brain and
Ọgwa mbe.
to make sure hospital free, market standard, education standard, created a company and bring facility and any facility and bringing awareness and creative. Invited the foreign company, invited African country and denying and ignoring about oil and gas to use our brain to manipulating and implemented to creating and implemented sustaining in the world. Make a plane, make a car, do everything our grandfather was being done. It's very understanding British approach. I'm not happy for that. And the British approach to let the old citizen Mazi Nnamdi in the prison when Article 117A1, Article 27 has been proven overwhelming of a concern. Heritage, purity, British passport, voted for every woman to have it. Which is British passport will be fought down after period of Mazi Nnamdi. British currency will fall down. British negotiating with Nigeria will fall down. British effort will fall down in a protocol call by themselves has been used
Koffie tot 30% korting. Ga dus sneller.
Being hit in the British in the self and make British to go upside down. There is no any negotiation to any Igbo people with the British why they not started before. Today they claiming. Today they mislead you. Today you are falling in a trap. Mazi Okike have been speaking clear message and working hand to hand to President Trump, American Congress, and the sincerity with world constitutions. Mazi Nnamdi has been asking the world, why did I find myself here? Somebody by asking the world, what did I do wrong? Mazi Okike answer them. Biafra must recognize him, Nigeria must designate it. I thank you on this message. I am, prove it right. Hear it from me, you get it right. Unconditionally. Without any charging. You are no more Nigeria. No election 2027. There is no OB. There is no anything. Tinubu is end of Nigeria, end of slave. Be concerned. Those you see in the British, first time Tinubu to be, first time is fake. It's AI. Tinubu is a dead man. My hand is clean. It's Eastern ground. My hand is clean. It's identifications. My hand is clean. Is chum chum. You can never see me. I thank you. It's
Egwu a ka a na-akpọ ọkpụkpụkwa ucheche bụ onye ụgwọ. Ebe ka onye ụgwọ ga-agbasi. Oge ezo n'okpuru akwa. Ụgwọ ede ka ọ ga-ekezo.
Ka a na-ajụ ụnụ ndị gọvanọ, sinetọ, ndị lọyas ga ebe ị ga-ejezo.
Onye ụgwọ na-ezo ezo ma lụkwọ
Ji Biafra ma ụgwọ. Biafra ma olelele ebunu ka ọ mara.
Ndị nwakọ onye na-ekwu mmadụ ibe n'aka. Onye na-ebinye mmadụ ego.
Ladies and gentlemen, Biafran government led by Mazi Okike have been very clear to be speaking more transparently to those unclear advocating agitation of Biafran should be the truth and to be corrected themselves and stopping mocking and misleading the global ones should be stopped. Vam and CLC and the surcharge criminal Ngozarabeze Modera and DOS criminal container criminal frauding the donations to pay them as a salary, and they use the money to reach their self and mislead the Mazi and believe in one Nigeria and misleading people to stop all this unclear agitation, to be hearing to those who are following them to be stopped. It's a clear warning that the neutral understanding should be approaching to be get it clear understanding. Biafran are forward and Biafran achieving the goal. We use this opportunity to addressing the global challenges and be applicated by the British government to be being misleading and the champion to the misleading and the claiming direction and advisor and the east as the evil have been created the death of the people in the zoo contract Nigeria should be more clear to understanding. All this perpetual, pre-handed blackmailing should be stopped. We are strengthened to be recorrected to those has been being misquoting the fact and fighting on fact and parish on fact should be stopped. It's a warning and clear message and directing message to any idiot claiming himself as an advocate, as an denier of Mazi should be a disgrace to himself. That you know our leader Mazi has been innocent and he knows Nigeria has committed international crime to kidnapping someone in the Kenya and blackmailing and black-checking Interpol and blindfolding being executed by bringing into Nigeria after 8 days torturing and the witness blind checking witness the brothers and the wives and their lawyer have been being claimed good people and the people had the one killing and been frustrated Biafran to not be coming, that the people have been misquoting to the get it clear picture. This message is very understanding to the mission, every provisions, every challenges, every difficulties have been coming to be placed in the place. Biafran is come overcome all these challenges. We are advancing the every Biafran. There is nothing left to you to understanding the message. There is nothing left to you to reject Nigeria unconditionally. We are addressing this message for new activated for the missionary and actions have in place to those have been made this time to become still inside Nigerian police and the Nigerian military and customs, the time to do the work of Chukwu Okike Abiama, the time that we are congratulating Samuel Ebube, congratulating Mazi, congratulating the past effort Igbo and the Liberation Army, and the past effort the Biafran Liberation Army make, and the present today through Peninsula, to make sure that every Biafran can get it right. This time, to make sure those people Chukwu Abiama call, to make sure that we're congratulating that those governors, senators should be apprehended to exchange. You know yourself, you're the military, you know yourself, you're the policeman, you know yourself. You're on born call to take the action. No one should be killed, any governor, any senator who have to apprehend them according to the instruction of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Mazi must be free. Exchange. Mazi must be free. Advancing. Mazi must be free. Warning. Mazi must be free. Implemented. Mazi must be free to Nigeria to be continued. Mazi must be free to the ethnic currency to be stopped. Mazi must be free to the transparenting that Nigeria should be paid Mazi for their damages, for their foolishness. Mazi must be free, British to be free. Mazi must be free, European to be free. Mazi must be free to understanding Trump are not joke, and Trump are ready to do everything Chukwu Okike Abiama said. But are you ready to do everything Chukwu Okike Abiama said? Chukwu Okike Abiama did not say it in the name of other things, only the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Chukwu Okike Abiama don't say church can save you or mosque can save you. He said only Chukwu Okike Abiama by your truth and their culture will save you. Can you stand up to support their current, active, positive, approaching, and everything Mazi prophesied is happening in this moment? Begin from Samuel Ebube to today, Mazi Okike has doing it well. No one stand alone, and no one made it alone. But there's those who has born for this mission. I am, to let them to know and do what they know better than me, and do better than me. This is the Biafran, unconditionally. I thank you for this approaching that every Biafran to recognizing. He don't waiting for the British, he don't waiting for African, he don't waiting for any woman being in this earth. They're waiting for you to stand up. You stand up, the action takes. You stand up, action does. You stand up, your freedom is come. We are going to the party to use the opportunity to call people mindset in order how far we find ourselves in this situation. What makes us to be buying and selling? What makes us to not sustain in our own land? What makes us us to recognize ourselves? What makes us to know validate ourselves? What makes us to be proud, to humiliating, or mocking, or laughing, beating ourselves? What makes us to accept it that we have to fight for ourselves to live our life? What makes us to accept ourselves as a Nigerian? What makes us to believe in as a country, or village, or state? What makes us to be human being? Education has paved a way. Study without practical. Study without visions. Study with the pain, and study with the poverty, and study with the corruptions, and scraping the meaning of the study. Can be individual, personal demand. It wasn't it. A study is a group from your village. That's why their traditionals and elders are teach the youngers what they study, then to carry on, because that is me study. Today the study can be for money and can be blindness for all of you. I call yourself Southeast governors or Southeast people. Deny yourself as a Biafran. What makes us to reach this stage? The stage that we has been being blind after Biafran war and blind before Biafran war. What is missing? Implemented of the religions of the Christianity, implemented of agreement to British to make sure that Fulami control Islamists to turn into Nigeria. Let's put it in a practical examples. What is missing in the human being life as an African, as a Biafran people, call yourself a Nigerian? What is missing in a practical sense of religion mindset of not accepted or validated via a country and validated their church, and their church is inside the country, and the country, the church is under the government of their country, and they script it, and the church can be powerful or the miracle, it doesn't matter, the church can protect the whole country. Why is only the membership, only the commitment member or the fellowship? Why the church is not for that whole nation? Answer to learn. It happened also in Italians. They are using double government, and the churches are multiplicating the systems. People work hard and feeding them. They never benefit anything. Only instruction to misgullible ones to get their government to steal from us and them to praise the churches. So what is missing that the churches has made a born children cannot listen good. It isn't of the Bible. What is missing? Why that the people didn't see behind the church, behind the church, behind the human being, behind the reality of the miracle, behind the reality of the when the pastor or whoever was born, behind the reality of condemnation and coordinated blackmailing of you going to the hospital, going to the medicine, going to everything. What is all about the church? Because the medicine and hospital is the best for the human being. So what is the church has to give? It's a point of questions. Even the mosques, Islamists, what is the gift? If he can give them the most hospital medicine made by a human being, by the practical, not by miracle, not by Quran or Bible, it's by the practical effort, educations, he has skill, he has gift before he born, and they have the opportunity and practical it and created that medicine, whether array or fake. Just like people who pay the penalties. What the church and this and the mosques did on this sense of situations is a blackmail. I'm going to stop it to you this subject will come in a practical sense of that your pastor, your imam, depending in the government, depending in system, not in the faith. All those things is implemented to the world, into the people, to another woman, to the spirit of another human being. It's a challenges. But thank you to stop at this moment. Blessed name of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, you know, understanding. Challenges is everywhere in the world. Yes, we are winning. Brothers to Biafra.
Positive, blessed, you know, wake up. Marife, Otiama, we are moving forward to the ending on this message. We're live in the voice of Biafra, 97.5, blessed in Joko. It's a challenge. It's a long journey.
Fulami, Busisu, Nigeria, thank you. Thank you once again in a positive aspect of approaching to be blessing for those who deserve to be blessed and to be wake up, eyes wake up for the those to be wake up. Kanya chake, bake, kaile tante, na ifendeku. We'll begin in originality of the Southeast, 5-state Southeast, 5-state Eastern. Before Biafran war were into zone. After the war, we have 5-state Eastern state under zone. Bender State, River State, Cross River State, Imo State, Anambra State was official 5 Eastern State Zone Nigeria. At the beginning, 1952, it was the time to be changing to call them East. At the beginning, all the middle belt, and all southeast, southwest was being official zone in the calendar of amalgamated as south, not southwest, not southeast. But before the independent, the things have been changed. Dialing, difference, concourse, shadow, woman, intimidation, backup with Western, and changing geography have been created. Southwest, southeast, and created of recent south-south to be line-checking geography official. We're transparenting to be concerning those southeast to recognizing Eastern Zone has been being in a mutual understanding, sharing information, stand with the one mind, work with the one mind, beside the saboteur, beside circumstances, recognizing who you are and your siblings and yourself. Today, we are going to the reality, to concerning about those accent, dialing, language has been propagating of a new commenting of the those who killing each others, are claiming and discriminating and discussing and discussing themselves. Has been a challenging that some idiot people can say it. I'm a Benue State, I'm Enugu State, I'm Abia State, I'm Biafra State, I'm Akwa State, I'm this. You should be recorrected. You was one before the state. You should understand it. What foolishness on you today? Let's put in this transparent thing concerning blind and wise. Delta State as a collected, Delta State as an old state under Biafran as an old state. Edo State as another Biafran is an old state. Let's know, lay transparenting, dialing, understanding. Asaba, Ayaba is the same thing. Ogwa Chukwu, Umurede, Isimibu, Abu, Ibankele, and many of them are their dialing more understanding, more clear than the dialing of Igbo people or the dialing of Izi or Iza or Izambo, Ezilo or Dezi, Abu Mega or Yamufu. Even more dialing some Kogi accent, Umureri, Agureri, Achala. But they are accepted to speak Central Igbo dialing and their own dialing. Those people from Nnewi, those people from Onitsha, those people from Abatete, those people cannot understand it. When those people I mentioned speak their own dialing, they can understand it when Ayaba speak or when Abu speak or Guashuku or Ibuzo or Pale. Even when Bini speak, Isoko speak, or when Ndone, Olone, Omumasi, Okareka, Ikwele, Obi, speak. Today, undercover, behind the fact, he recognizes Abakaleke language as an Igbo, but he don't understand it. But he refuses to recognize Bini language as an Igbo, but he can understand it. And more popular, what is missing? Missing that every one of you don't know the meaning of internal name of your village or meaning of their villages in your villages. Geography, locations, every names in every villages is in every villages. Very conditional. Whether the same name be a village or be a forest or be a community or be anything, and the same name in a different locations. And those names has a meaning they can use as a language because it's the same name as a language, as a name. But you don't understanding the meaning of the names of the village was the names of the people as an ancient Igbo. And these people also can speak in with that meaning of the proverb or that names of your villages as a language, which is there is no education to study more to Igbo, to understanding the whole language of the Karaba is an Igbo. And their Igbo Karaba, their Igbo Benue State, their Igbo Middle Belt, their Igbo Kudemikudu, Jelemale, Ife Eku, Ejele Mijale, is understanding that the Yoruba is quoting the fact, and the fact is the freedom, and the freedom those are not Yoruba, are not Yoruba. The freedom, those Igbos that Igbos are not recognized, should recognize themselves as an Igbo. And that is the importance of this message. We can extend this messaging on concerning entire geographical map of Central, South, East, West Africa entirely. Biafran contain those parts I talk inside Zone Nigeria. Cameroon, Gabon, Equatorial Guinea, to all those areas, even to the Sudanese, in the towns, they be transparent that whole East Africa has been in towns, as in towns, be transparent. And today, as president inside Nigeria, in the towns by the towns, because you are condemned it and dusted it. I come to another point again into Christianity. Christianity has been the first failure, has us to be slave, and us to be amalgamated or colonized. Christianity has been implemented how we are blackmailing into ourselves to not the value of the country. Christianity has been blackmailing us that we were scraping the fat of the country and facing in fact of miracle and heaven. And Christianity has been dividing us by Catholic, by being Reverend Father, being anything to be confessing when you commit a crime or adultery, which is God don't care about adultery. God started creating the human being for one family, for one root, and you should be advancing when the world are big. You don't need to have any stupid things. You should do things corrected, which is your cautious that a woman married another woman to his husband, not under Christianity in Nigeria. Reverend Father has been a person he can never see. You can confess to him or to she that what he done, but he don't tell your father, don't tell your mother. And you know the whole secret of it, and psychologically your mindset and bring it to the London or to Rome, to Bible, to implement the system of the government, how to support the Fulami to make it business. And that is also a weak point, that someone cannot speak the truth to his parents and they're going to confess for the Reverend Father or confess for somebody don't see, but the person see him. The same thing your father is saying to all of you can be fool. And adopted the whole village's mind and they see your mother and your father, you're lying to them, but him see all of you, but you know the truth for all of you. Who is your God? Is implemented of the worshiping to stop going to the Catholic Church or stop going to the church. It's a good point for that example. We're clear to this message that Christianity has been being circumstancing human being to accept it, born and suffering and die, and cannot manipulated or be implemented or applicated or be challenging or encountered to produce according to the say Kanje Chohem Memelo. Now today Kanje Chohem Wakagiri, because they are done to be one Nigeria, because they are done to clean each other, they are done to come in to seek asylum, coming to stay, coming to promoting things, to fail to recognizing their own people in Europe. One here or the one nationalized here have been implemented in Europe. Why you cannot think to have a right? They still blind think Biafran or Igbo people is only Anambra. This is Anambra people are not speak the same dialect. Okosi speak different, Mpo speak different, Ojoto speak different, Unobo speak different, Okulike speak different, Enugu speak different, Enugu Agide speak different, Okantayari speak different, Umuri speaking different, Adazin Nubu, Unubi speak different, Oko speak different. All these people are speak different dialect. Okay, which people speak the same? Onubi. Which people? Onewu. Oba. Which people? Inside themselves speak different. Even inside them they speak different. As they do Amanda. And this is like a family. Different. Let us understanding freedom of Mazi, understanding freedom of your life, understanding we have the right to stand for our right. I thank you for this warning message to Konyabuna Waliria Goe Ezion. Our leader Mazi Kere also Jukwiria Goe Ezion Ake Adocha, apart from Jesus in that in itself. Biafran cabinet apart from Jesus they that in themselves because they're making difficult when they are mocking themselves. But I respect that to see how tough you want or silent of that idiot things you're saying to trust one God and one unit. America don't care. To be honest, that you have food going to the church in Europe. America is sick. What are you going to church for? Garbage. Dumb. What are you looking faithful? Dumb. Why you don't have your country? Don't what you going to church? What a pastor? What do you come on here? You come to be a pastor for you. Don't Kaya looking or go again. You will never come. And it's Yari. When you bring a railsysteem, not on Moses. You bring a reverend father, not on Moses. You bring a faster while you use Bible should be condemned this time. We can make our own Bible. If you believe that it is the Bible, you will be suffer. Israel never been slave. It's a story. Egypt never be Arab people. It was the black people. It's a story. To cross the place under 2 hours, you go for 30 days. It's a story. Fish is swallow Jordan. Trust him to this. It's a story. All those things in Bema Rebalago. Eroafa Mkukwa. Mkukwa Malafa. Afa Bloku. Imalifana come. Mbolodoji. Ojinkodo. Gave I the accuse Ojina. Ojina Ayam. Mwekutete. Akozi Konezi. Gave I the Fezenko. Akupe. Magadengo. Kanaka. Gave you connected with the Bible. Gave you the Jesubi. Mwaka Kacho Yagemero. Obifa Gemero Chukwu Mekolai. Give me Mazi Bembuya. Also give me Baby. Also give me my feet because Igbo is Nigeria like country. ịmahụ ị na-ezuzigharị pastọ na-aghọrị gị pastọ nọ na Naijiria gọọmenti o nwere onye nji nke ya onye jikwara nke ibe anyị onye si na ọ na-eme miracle pastọ isi ụwa gị jee ụlọọgwụ afọrọba gị jee ụlọọgwụ ka nke dee gị jee ya ịnyara moto gị nwe skọt ka ezi miracle gị isi gbarịkwa ụlọ nchara ọ bụrụ na akwụsịla nzuzo ọ ga-atakwa afụfụ ọkwa Chukwu kara na asafụ Biafran come all this rubbish will perish all those king na-ezuzigharị. If you don't respect yourself, Biafran government cannot recognize you. But we want to honor our dignity. We understand them, they permitted the Fulami to permitted the kings. And we understood the language of that because every village needs Obi. I thank you for this warning and advancing message. You see,
we're strengthening our movement for challenging of the reality. The message to deliver. I'm apologize without apologize. Continue worry.
Thank you once again. Tap my shoes. EDK. Ndeje. Ekenokwange. Atomia. Odema. Ekoma Congo. Ekenaimun. Asna Manza. Na-agba egwu n'etiti ụzọ ihe na-akụli egwu nọ n'ajọ ọhịa ihe na-akụli egwu nọ na nsọ ihe na-akụli egwu nọ n'afara igbo egwu ife na-akụli egwu nọ na Biafra owe na-ekuli onye bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ife na-akụli egwu o ji sustain the big key bụ ayụma the Biafran government ndị Igbo niile kweta na Biafra na ndị fọlọrọ eziokwu from Samuel Ebe to Mazi Odenkere ọbụrụkwa ndị fọlọrọ n'ụlọ ka esi eme ya ọbụrụkwa ndị fọlọrọ ka atụrụ ahịhịa obi ọbụrụkwa ndị fọlọrọ recognize Sabotua Wazirike ọbụrụkwa ndị fọlọrọ US ọịdị otu ngosara beze CRC from Obokwa, the federal out, the nationality. Now, then I could live the Americode, what they call it. The Kunufu, faith, Nufu, the Fulani, the formation, the formations. Let's go to seek it. Bidu, Maramata took it. Bidu Niku. Ndị na-akụrụ Mazi Nnamdi ka egwu a na-akụ egwu a ka ọ pụta n'egwu a na-akụ sit at home, phone your reason, recognize your government. Don't let them to intimidate you. Make sure that they burn every mosque, no shadow anywhere garlicky. Don't allow any person in your village, don't allow your governor, anyone, police to intimidate you. Don't accept yourself as Nigeria. If you get me, I want to knock on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Lobbies, those arrests, areas, Mandabri, Mike Ruby, all the senators, President Trump, Israeli Prime Minister, all the freedom fighters, and I could Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Anegoli, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will bench fake news. Along Ejimako and the criminal Ifeanyi Ejiofor and all the US and all the highness in Igbo and all the more Gesseria we pick up our PM Pinoy being Pintonko on a food Ufuru. I believe what is it. When you go on the Canada and Babo and the London. Those are the obodo na ha deceive, gọọmenti ha deceive, ọ ga-edeceive ogologo ones na ngwa ga-eziokwu. So anyị na-ekene nkwado ndị Canada na-akwado ka a chọrọ ka ndị Biafra niile na-apụta na-akwado ife a na-eme. N'ọkwa ya nwa bụ egwu a na-akọrọ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ka anyị mee ife n'udo. Wee na-ekwu ya wee na-asị na many mountains starting the day of Bruce Carbon, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been said it by himself. Chukwu Okike Abiama, Biafran is our religion, Biafran is our country, Biafran is our faith. To be able to be free from Christianity and the colonial master, and to be able to stay one strong, to make sure that Islamists cannot manipulate us under Nigeria, to mislead our people small, bili, obele. Before we know it, we are nobody. To be able to make sure that we are not focusing on Christianity, to understanding why they make us Nigerian. It's not about Christianity, and Christianity is already finished. Under that Nigeria cannot save Christianity. They misquote it. We make it as mountains have been concerning of implementing of our own people to postcarding Biafran people and their own people, blackmail international one that the Biafran postcard IPO to bring operators and 1, 2, 3 to bring Ebube, bring Udoka, to bring everything with evidence Igbo can Igbo. After national liberation, Habaya is Eastern security through the US. These go and need that to me. I thought I'd go back in April, I'm not Kadocha. I am Samarebe, Mazi Nkele, the rebreak. And then maybe how am I going to do the if? Million is on my child. Now I can name you for. As name them, Eastern security to corrupt them and do everything to overcome that. And I could not say that can you. A second stage of the storming block of the mountain and anything to wipe away is something that you cannot trip, you cannot shake, that anyone say, I'm from Islam is done to Christianity. It's nothing. It's just a game to keep us dumb and us to be glory that we are winning, but you can never win. I listened this during the Turkish side. Many Turkish southern side is come back down to this, Ankara down to this. At the end, they achieve their goal. There is no irrelevant. But it's appreciation that we have something to say. But the reality is if you know Biafran, there is no any Indian to call another name, not Chukwu Okike Abiama. If you want Mazi Nnamdi free, you want the world recognize you, you want everything to happen. Because I find it really truth, to speaking to you the truth. With all my dignity and my conscience and my heart and my honestness. As he has said, if I'm wrong, send that here Jesus, send that here Allah, send that here Quran, send that here Bible against me. If it don't work, let's turn against you. But I want to get a Biafran, that's why I want you to stop that. Hamas not going to be free. Somebody will put their mistakes being passed, and the mistake is being corrected. I've been now corrected in the and they be putting it. Way to playing the game and the trapping the game. I open above all. It's not your wish or your willing. You can see, but I deliver it without you see it. Ask yourself today, your wish of your will to find me in this stage. But that time it was like this. What is this? This is passport complete, everything complete. If you don't come over and I was behind and stand and believe in the truth. And I know today will become because of what? Their Christianity mindset, they will divide. And today I'm still speaking. One step forward, 3 steps backward. What is the benefit of calling the name of Jesus in the global issue? You don't know your God, you don't know the root of your culture, you don't understand the reality, you don't understand And then if there is a Jesus support, you should not suffer you, let Fulami killing you, or this. Don't you know there's a nature that God don't see human being? He see the spirit of the people. He don't know you're white and black. But the human being implemented it to think that God will see you when you have sex or you make adultery. No. He was implemented everything. Who are amateur and dancing with the calendar. He had a bear with the devil, the chipo. And the chipo, what happened yesterday? Garaga, Ichi Garaga, or Jinsa, or Salama, Gabu Yagabu, Asapana. Because this mentality has been struggling upon struggling. How many years you want to go? But I can bet you every one of you, if you mention the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama stable for 2 months or 1 month, people will come out, money, everything will be standby. Mazi will feel the world will equalize us. No Jupiter, anyone want to mention under name, stop it, warn him. You will see the reality within yourself from up to down. This message, those thought you already understand it. They expected from you. And they still giving them mind things. They bring insanity to create hatred in ourselves. You don't know how challenges that you already know your God, know your ancestors, is still ignoring it. Try to collaborate in something because of American or the world want to save Christianity. When they already know he say it doesn't so, you can focus what he say. Use India as an example. They are fighting for their freedom, believe in their own God. Rejected Christianity, rejected the same thing to Japan, the same thing to China. I don't supporting them. I don't validate them. But the reality is there. There is no anyone successful without your own. You cannot successful with the foreign religion, which is you get it. Whether it was your originality, but your originality didn't bring it to yourself. You know the history how Christianity came. They are more dangerous and more start than Islamists, killing people, massacre people. You don't know how what is behind this. That the God that people have created refuse to not come to Africa to live. They want to take something from Africa to turn it to the normal land. And they found normal land in South America they couldn't live. And they have to make sure that the people was punished there by earthquake, by the national disaster created by foolishness of their worshiping Hindus or whatever. Have been wiped everything away. They lived in Chukwu Okike Abiama. Then some of them surviving with that iniquity and stupidities. They call it their God of the earth, which is they're still blind to see slave. But America rejected this since all the Biafrans been in America, and the American being great by the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama. This message is very clear message to you people all to understanding that the government are functioning in a current of government and implemented and created the resources of the government. Look at Samuel as an example. Implemented and created, implemented everything I said, make it a reality. Even to recognize, even activated with some of his when he wasn't claiming his I said it. Activations is being to make sure that it will become. It's not yet come. With everything, we need to be creative. You cannot be done to be in, say, Jesus do this, this do this. Yeah, shame of yourself and shame of myself. Let us be more wise. Yeah, I'm going to the church. They're still blind. Getting back, they're still blind. Ignorant the fact and the figure in the constitution of the Western world and the practical and the theory and the fraud and salary of Sudan and the reality fact. And they know that nothing like that. He knows the sickness and everything have been implemented by the system. Why is scripped? Jesus bring him America, bring him Canada, bring him Europe. Far, we are stupid. Honest. Because American citizen of this woman being doing it. You pay passport, they give you passport, you're stupid. It's a constitution. According to the examination, according to your law. There's nothing Jesus, there's nothing God. People didn't get it, it's about maybe that people are strong and different in the society. Or that people are stupid and power in society. But Mama is intelligent. Over Mama is over intelligent. More than that, Western people can jeopardize you. Just like Sangari, just like Mazi, just like me. Those who are benefited, they are lucky. We are not free. Even I'm speaking to you, we are not free. But the Biafra must be free. free. I salute you all on these transitional messages to make you to be more strong, not to be weak. I love you all. Go to personality and go to understanding the damages of personality. Praise the truth. Anything about Bible and church. I salute you all. Listen, one of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Yes, sir, you know.
Thank you. Positive vibrations, overwhelming of your culture and your dignity. I thank you once again. You know, understand it's a long journey. Blasted, you know. Yes, sir, you know. I salute you, I salute you, I salute you, I salute you. I'm so proud to understanding we are winning, we are getting it right. It's a challenges for your minds called to understand it. We are continue to concerning overwhelming of challenges of refugees in the Western world has been frauding the Western policy and manipulated the Western policy by individual concern of their faith, has been mishandling and perpetuating concern by inside the policy. Transparent. Today is a positive to the world to understanding that things they ignore and believe things they should be do, they cannot deliver. Should be the truth themselves, their failure. From up to down, the failure. Only Trump are winning. Encouraging to the world, democracy, European, to follow the full step of Trump, included an A2 ally to understanding Biafran and Israel can solve the issue of oil and the gas. It's very simple. Let us understanding multiplications, to understanding embargo, understanding engage, and highlight price provisions affected the individual hard workers in the Western world are being villainous on a sense of overtask in their knowledge, their brain and the effort and their participants day by day, and still overpay and overtask of living in their life is abominations by every system. In the transparent thing that African has been producing the mineral resources, has been overtaxing the Western world, had the African people are still being a refugee, still be immigrant, are still being disability by the policy or constitution of the Western people as consigned to be treated. Today, Biafran has opened hand to free Mazi and recognize Biafra and free every Biafran and stop Nigerian governor and Eastern governor and the militaries to stop killing innocent people and stop this foolishness. It's very simple. We are strengthening this message to concerning the violent, over-violent, that the British citizens cannot sustain and feel free in their own citizens, or in their own soul, on their own city, because of overwhelming, violent, radical wish, profound, that they want to make sure that the last miracle on the earth cannot sustain it. America disappointed them. that Biafra must recognize it. Nigeria was a failure and failure and failure in validated in the concerning of the world policy as 0.0. Fake president from Buhari, and today fake president for Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a dead man, and the world understood it, and some of our collegium in the collegium and understood it, and some of our understanding have been praising it. It's alive. It's not true. Current Nigerian president is a dead man. If I'm wrong, come and prove me wrong. If I'm wrong, I ask every Interpol, every CIA, every technology came to prove me wrong. Freedom of Mazi Nnamdi has been that Mazi Nnamdi will be prison because Buhari was a dead man. He proved it right. And today, ignore it. And scripping the reality, using gullible, ingullible, idiot human being, called herself a lawyer, and misleading the whole idiot people, called themselves Igbo people. Champion with the governors knows that Nigeria is not good for them as a governor. And they choose to accept evil, to kill one another. And supporting British knows that the British, that European people has been taxing British. What are you benefiting in Nigeria that oil and gas is costing in Europe? Criminals who go back to Swiss bank. Trump are very sincerity and speaking clear message. I salute you, President Trump. I salute you, Mike Luby. I salute you, Mandabili. I salute you, Rosares, Elias, Originality, Biafran. I salute you, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Taman. I salute you, the disappointment in Netherlands, former Prime Minister, not former Prime Minister, he's former, he win 2 times. I salute you. The point in my language approaching tonight, or today, or this morning, or this afternoon, to the whole world to feel ashamed, to be silent, in the reality speak, in the approach of the reason they created detention to put people in the prison, to created facility to auto-regulated people, to created the custom, created visa, created everything. And those things he created to jeopardize, and the place you are, your eyes focused to be sustained, to be able to live. He picked the country he choose to welcome. He picked the country he choose to destroy. Trump are very neutral. Biafran, God, Chukwu Okike Abiama, bless Trump. Who understood in a common sense, Chukwu Okike Abiama give men or women, female or men. And in transparency of the jeopardizing and evil men, those they kill, born came back again and came in disability and came in the injustice. Men or women can have dick or have pussy, and the center have breast or no breast, have this, or have men too, and this. It's accepted, but the transparent is not accepted. That is what Trump is saying. He never against any nature. Let us be more clear. Concerning those people going to another village of people killing, it's against nature and against reality. The truth and respect yourself. I salute you. Biafran, your obligation is support Mazi Genkele to free Samuel Ebe and free Mazi Nnamdi and recognize Biafran and legitimated yourself for Nigeria. There's nothing. And stop paying any tax on Nigeria and transition to Nigerian bank to concern Biafran coming to knocking on the door will have every imprimations to make it right. I thank you to share the message. I thank you to understand this message. And I call on every Arab people to feel ashamed to think to go back to your own land. Leave European away and created what you learned to build in your own country. I controlling and warning Somalian people, stop being disability for your nature to the world and stop disability against Islamists or Christianity, against culture. Somalia should be transparent. Globally, Fulami should be localizing. Allah, not food. Fulami have a home. Allah created them somewhere. The world should knows originality. I come back to your roots. And the real roots of your life should be implemented the life of tomorrow. I salute you. Breasted name of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Breasted. You see? Yes, sir, you know. Clear message. Understanding. Without no apologize, you know. Yes, sir. That is who you are. You know, understanding. Clear picture. Understanding. Name of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Yes, sir, you know. Baba Kla.